Good morning, everyone. This is Miss Doherty. I guess by now it's afternoon for you. I just wanted to take a few minutes to show you what your assignment is for today and tomorrow. That's April 27th and 28th. If you go to the Canvas homepage, up at the top you will have the April 27th and 28th plant project. If you notice down below on the screen, I have moved a couple of items from before. So we have our Sheep Eye lab dissection videos, and we have our vocabulary moved down below course modules for our recent assignments. Once you're ready, go ahead and click the April 27th and 28th plant project link. This will take you to a page that will detail what the project is and all of the details you need to remember. So I'm just going to start right here. And this says, today you'll be working on a photosynthesis and cellular respiration project. If you remember, these are our notes from class yesterday. You're watching the video below already, so hopefully you've already found your way here, and make sure that you listen carefully for the important details about this project. A very key fact is that this project will be due at the start of class on Monday. So what that means is that tomorrow, by the end of the day, if you're not done with this project, that will be your homework to finish it over the weekend. On my Canvas screen, the grading sheet shows up as a link. If you want to see a preview of the document, you can click there on the page with a little magnifying glass. Or if you click the pop out, it will open that in a new tab, and for me, it's downloading it. So I'm going to show you from this preview what your assignment is. So the topic is photosynthesis and respiration. Again, that's our lesson from yesterday. The directions are that you're going to design a project that will show information about photosynthesis and about cellular respiration. So those two topics, plus how the two are connected. You may want to think back to our photosynthesis equations from yesterday to review what the input and output were for those equations and looking for the connections in those equations. You have three options for you to demonstrate your understanding. You can create a song, you can write a recipe, or you can create an informational poster. The key to the poster is that this poster will be on a traditional poster paper or one of the mini trifolds. I don't want this one on white computer paper or on construction paper. So for the song, the details are right here. The song should be at least 2 minutes long and can be any genre, your choice. I'd like to have your lyrics typed out. You can type them in a Google Doc and print them. And then the lyrics will be performed in class. Or if you'd like to pre-record it, I don't think that you'll record it on a CD. If you want to do it online, that's fine. Or if you have any other way that you want to record the song. So kind of the details of the song is that I must include what photosynthesis is, how it works, what cellular respiration is and how it works, and then what the connections are between the two. The second option is the recipe. So you guys know that when we talked about photosynthesis, there were certain ingredients that were required. So I want you to think about what ingredients were required, what the plant does with those ingredients, and how it mixes them together, and then what the end product is of both photosynthesis and cellular respiration. And if you choose the recipe, remember it's not just those two things, but it's also detailing what the connections are between those two. The final option is a poster. So the poster does not have a ton of guidelines. Mostly it should just include all of these key terms down here at the bottom, like every project will. It should be visually appealing, it should look good, it should be colorful, it should be outlined, and should be creative. So it can be a visual where you put together the ingredients and show me what comes out. You can do charts, flow charts, however you want to get creative with that poster. But just remember that it must be on either poster paper or one of those mini trifolds. So we don't need white paper or construction paper here. As you're working on the project, there's a couple of things that you do need to include. I have all of this required vocabulary. Most of this vocabulary is on our notes from yesterday, and if it's not, you should be able to find it with an easy Google search. and those of you who like Bing. And looking below this, so key vocabulary here, you must complete the Google form before beginning your project. So the Google form, I want to take a second to show you that. Close this out. So I have the Google form ready here, and it's also going to be on your Canvas page. So this Google form has to be done by the end of the day today, which is Thursday. This is where you're going to tell me your name, what science class you're in, either 4th or 5th, and then you're going to tell me which option you're choosing. You can only submit this form one time, so please choose carefully. And then after you choose the option that you want, down below, this is a requirement for your grade. In at least 5 sentences, that means 5 sentences or more, you're going to describe the plan for your project. Tell me what it's going to look like, what it's going to sound like, what am I going to see on this project, what are you going to spend a lot of time working on. And the key to this is that it has to match what you actually do for your project. This is the plan. If it doesn't match the actual project, you'll have points deducted. Okay. Now, if you improve something, if you make it better than what you have typed here, that's going to be okay. But if you completely change it and it's like nowhere near close, that's going to have some points deducted. So let's talk about points. Oh, good news about this Google form too. I forgot to tell you that. As soon as you submit the Google form, I have it set up to send you an email to your CMS account, so you have a copy of what you've typed in for your plan. So you just access that by going to gmail.com and logging in with your Google account. Okay. Finally, the grading. So we know that this project is going to be due on Monday at the start of class. So let's go through the rubric just really quickly. There are 58 points altogether. It's a formal assignment. You get 5 points for just doing that Google form right here. 10 points for the accuracy of your work. 5 points for being creative. Basically, do you find a unique way to show me the connection between those two processes, between photosynthesis and cellular respiration? Presentation. This is just, what does it look like? Is it neat? Does it show what it needs to show? Is it organized and I can easily understand and follow it? And does it have color added to increase the presentation? And then easy 13 points contains all the needed terms or areas. And then the title is 5 points. So let me go up to those terms one more time for you. These are the required words right here. If you use the word form like carbon dioxide, be sure in parentheses or somewhere nearby you also put that chemical compound CO2. That will help me to make sure that you know what carbon dioxide looks like in the chemical form as well. Okay, so you've heard all about the plant overview. You know what the project is. You know that it's due at the start of class on Monday. So anything that you don't finish by Friday is going to be your homework. If you do happen to finish this project early, some of you may, if you finish this early, I'd like for you to make sure that you've completed your vocab. That's going to be turned in on Friday. And if you finish all of that, you can take some time to explore some things on Discovery Ed, and that does not mean that you have free Chromebook time. So please don't get those two things confused. If you guys have questions about the project, I'm going to do my best to be by my email. So you can send me an email. If you want to work together and send me an email, that's fine. But this is an individual project. I know you may have some of the same questions, but each person will be submitting their own work. Okay. Please email me if you have questions. You have the Google Doc to complete today by the end of class, and then the rest of your class time is just getting to work on the project. All right. You guys have a good day and let me know if you need anything.